Seriously? What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk Buffalo. We're going right off the cuff. We have no notes, but I just don't even know what to say about this UB football team anymore. Let's start with the fact that I have been a staunch supporter and defender of Taquan Roberson for a majority of the season. And realistically, early in the year against Kent State, all those mistakes, I was all over him on Twitter or X, and he came back and played great. He led them to a W, right? He led them to a W. But how many times can you watch him this season have fuck all pocket awareness? Like, if this was a video game, his pocket awareness would be zero. Zero. He has none. How many times? I mean, it's comical. It's comical, right? I'm trying to be as calm as possible, but it's comical to watch this young man, because I can't say kid, because he's 26. It's comical to watch this young man continue to attempt to throw the ball when a defender is 6 inches in front of you. I mean, it's on top of you. The defender is here. And this kid's trying to throw the ball. Just zero awareness. He has no time clock in his head either. Just completely oblivious to everything that's happening around him. And if he doesn't have a great pocket to throw from, doesn't make throws. Doesn't know that when a defender is literally in your face, you can't throw the ball. It's time to tuck it and take a sack or try to escape. You're supposed to be a mobile quarterback. How many times do we have to watch this young man? Are you going to put us through watching this young man make the same dumb fucking mistakes over and over again? Like, what does that say about what is behind him? What does that say? And if that is what is behind him, and that is who you brought in, I have serious questions as to your ability to see talent. If that is who Dave Patnod brought in and said, don't worry about it, this kid is it, he should be fired. And he should be fired tonight. Like, he should be brought in to Pete Lembo's office and said, hey, guess what? You're staying in Michigan because you're dog water. Now, Patnod last year, I thought he did a pretty good job with CJ Agbana. I thought he did a pretty good job. Agbana, you could tell, was very, very raw. And you could tell when you watch Roberson throw, he's a good thrower of the football. But he has absolutely no athleticism in the pocket, can't manipulate it whatsoever, terrible footwork, terrible mechanics, can't read the defense, is a slow processor, and has zero pocket awareness. Just none. I can't stress that enough. None. But he wasn't the only problem tonight. You can blame him. I mean, he literally gave CMU 14 points off of some of the most absurd-looking plays that I have seen in college football. Like, this can't be a college football quarterback. If you're 26 years old and you've been in college football for 6 years leading up to this, you're not a starting college quarterback. You're just not. And the fact that Patnod hitched his wagon on this offense to him, that is a fireable offense. A fireable offense for Patnod. He needs to be fired for that. Now, maybe they don't fire him because they have the most highly rated quarterback ever coming to UB next year. And a kid who realistically looks pretty good. Like, watching his huddle, he makes several throws. Obviously, these are just highlights, but he makes several throws that are college level throws. He looks the part. But sometimes the player usage is just absolutely atrocious. Sometimes the play calling is absolutely, I mean, maybe it's not even the play calling. Again, maybe it is just Taquan Roberson who makes a bad read or makes a bad decision. I don't know, right? I don't dive into the film all like that. I just watch the games and comment on what I see. And what I see is piss poor quarterback play. What I see is a team that if they had a competent quarterback would be potentially a one-loss team. That's what I see. And I got to be honest, I feel so bad for Joe Bowen and the defense because this defense is a top-tier defense. This defense could compete with pretty much anybody. And I mean that. I really think that this defense, for the most part, has been really, really good for this Bulls team. Really good. Coming into this game, the Bulls defense had only given up 19.5 points per game. That's it. That's what the defense had been giving up. 19.5 points per game. And the fact that you're only 5-4 means that your offense is catastrophically bad. Like, that should mean that you are a 6, 7, 8 win team. There should be no reason why you are 5-4. Now, you played some good teams, right? UConn's a good team. You should have beat them. You should have beat Troy. You were up 17. I know Roberson gets hurt. I would say you could have beat UConn. And the crazy part is, like, it was there for them. But, again, quarterback play and the fact that there's no running game. I mean, just no running game to speak of. This is a program that has had a stable of running backs that has been very good for as long as I can remember. And somehow they keep rolling out the senior who, yes, okay, he had a great year last year. He had a piss poor first 4 or 5 games and then was electric down the stretch. And this year, I'll give it to you, there's been quite a few injuries. But outside of the injuries, how you keep rolling with L.J. Henderson is mind-boggling. It's the same thing like how you keep rolling with Taquan Roberson is mind-boggling. I get it, L.J. and Taquan, they might be nice guys outside, and this takes nothing away from them as people, but as players, you watch them, they ain't it. They ain't it. 100-yard game. And again, also, it's not all on L.J. Henderson. The offensive line in the run game has opened up 0 holes. 0 holes. I mean, the offensive line has done a piss-poor job in the run game. They've honestly, I think they've been pretty solid in the pass game for the most part. But in the run game, they've given the running backs nothing. Nothing. Time after time I'm watching, and there's literally no space for the running backs to run. The Bulls' think this. Here's a perfect example. The Bulls' biggest play on for their run game was to Lamar Sperling, and Lamar Sperling had to make a move in the backfield 3 yards deep while attempting to still take the handoff. Like, the guy was in the backfield in Sperling's face before he got the ball. And he was able to make a move and make another guy miss and run it for like a 75-yard touchdown. Their best play running of the year was an incredible play by the running back. Just no hole opened by the offensive line. None. So again, it's not all on L.J. Henderson. But again, I watch L.J. run the ball, and he looks slow. He looks like I don't want to say disinterested, but he looks slow, lacks any sort of explosiveness, rarely breaks a tackle. So why do we keep running this kid? I don't understand. Like, the team is built to throw, and that's the fucking sad part, is the team is built to throw, and the guy you brought in to throw was Taquan Roberson, a guy who hasn't started for any of the teams that he's been on. The only reason he started for UConn is because their starter got hurt. Why did you think that was the guy to bring in to lead your team to greatness? Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling decisions. You are wasting an incredibly talented defense. Not only that, I don't say you're wasting an incredibly talented wide receiver room, but you kind of are. I don't know if Nick McMillan stays here after this year. Victor Snow has been incredible, but you don't get him nearly enough touches. Josiah Gathings has been a very good player as well. He makes ridiculous catches seemingly every game. But you are struggling time and time and time and time and time again offensively. At what point do you say something needs to change? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting different results. That is what the offense is doing. So at what point do you say, you know what? Man, maybe Taquan isn't who we thought he was. Let's build for the future. Let's see what Jason Wright has. I like the name Gunnar Gray. I like Gunnar Gray. I thought he was okay. Better than expected in his game against UConn. But better quarterback play in that game and the Bulls win. Better run game in that game and the Bulls win. Walking away because the defense was tremendous. Like, this team is talented enough to be a MAC contender. You got Nick McMillan, he's got 4 straight games with over 100 yards. You got Victor Snow, who is a unbelievable slot player. You can use him in so many different ways. And in a game that matters, in the biggest game of the year, a chance to get atop the MAC standings, right? This MAC standings is crowded. How many teams are 4-2? There's only one team right now that's 5-1. How many teams are 4-2? There's like 5 teams that are 4-2. Buffalo had a chance to be the best team or the number one in the MAC and really control their destiny. And maybe they still do. I don't know how all the standings shake out, but it is not an easy road. This was probably their most winnable game. And CMU gave Buffalo they were literally going, here is the game. Please win it. And you know how the offense responded? With 6 fucking turnovers. 6. That's crazy. I've never seen that in a college football game. I have made a concerted effort to be a UB fan for the last 10 years. I have never seen a game where an offense, and I mean almost everybody was making mistakes. McMillan had a big drop on 3rd down. Josiah Gathings, I thought was probably their best player. Made a couple of great catches, called back because of penalty. Right tackle committing penalty, left tackle committing penalties. Victor Snow dropping passes. McMillan dropping passes. Fumbling the ball. Oh, no, there it was. Josiah Gathings with the fumble. There it was. I knew he fucked up somewhere. Josiah Gathings with a fumble. Like, nobody could do anything right on offense tonight. Nobody. There was nobody without blame on that offense. Nobody. And the biggest, in my opinion, that stems from coaching, and your leader is Dave Patenaude. So I think Patenaude deserves a handful of the blame. Obviously, he's not the one playing the game. But how are your guys not ready to go? How are your guys in an environment to potentially go and control your destiny to get a conference title not ready to go? not fired up, not like just raring to get out there and beat a team that's very beatable. And not only that, but after the first mistake or two, look at the defense and go, damn, you guys are holding us in this game. Let's go out and win it for you guys. Let's go out and give it everything for you guys because you guys are the reason why we're 5-4 in the first place. Nope. They just compounded it. Fumble, interception, fumble, dropped pass, fumble. Crazy. That's the sloppiest game I have ever seen. And that includes the Maurice Linguist games that I've watched, which were like stab my fucking eyes out bad for 2/3 of, or I would say 3/4 of all the games I watched with Mo Linguist. Stab my eyes out bad. And that was the worst game in the biggest game. That's a problem. That's a problem. Where do you go from here? I don't even know. You have two of the better teams coming. I mean, sure, they're at home, they're home games, but Buffalo's 2-3 at home. Buffalo's 2-3 at home and 3-2 on the road. So you could say, yeah, they have these games at home and, you know, they're tough games, but yeah, you know, we got the advantage because they're at home. Buffalo's got a bad record at home. Buffalo should be a lot better than what they are. And a lot of their woes stem from dog shit offense. That's the long and the short of it. That is the downfall of this UB season. Dog shit offense. Defense, for the most part, right? They've had some hiccups here and there, but I mean, like, for the most part, they've been very good. They've been bend but don't break. They've held the Bulls in every single game, and the offense doesn't do them any favors. Short fields, and they give up 3 points. Perfect example. In this game, Buffalo down 2 scores, 10 minutes left. Unbelievable interception by Mitchell Gonzer. What happens on the next play? Taquan Roberson has absolutely zero awareness, fumbles the ball, and they score. And CMU scores a touchdown on the picked up fumble. Like, that's a fucking joke. That's a joke. How can you as an offense go in and look at the defense and go, sorry guys, we gave it everything. You didn't. You were fucking terrible. There's nothing else to say. The offense was dreadful. Bad. So bad that I think that something drastic needs to change, even though they're still atop the MAC standings going into next game. Like, something drastic needs to change. Whether it's putting in your backup, put in the freshman, who cares? He cannot be this bad. And not only that, but this is the perfect opportunity to get him in a game to see what he's got. Why not? The game is over. Why are you putting in Gunnar Gray? You know what Gunnar Gray is in a collegiate game. Why would you not put in your freshman quarterback to see what he's got? Mind-numbing decisions is what it comes down to. And for the life of me, I will not understand it. Maybe that's why I'm not a college football coach. Maybe that's, it's hard. I don't know. I've been ranting for 19 minutes now. I was trying to keep it as calm as possible. I lost it there a couple times. But I don't know. I don't know where the Bulls go from here. Maybe they win the last 2 games and surprise the shit out of me and, go to Detroit and I'll cheer the hell out of them in Detroit. But with the way that this offense has looked all season long, that is a long shot. Tell me what you guys think. Do the Bulls still got a shot at Detroit? I don't know. All right. That's going to do it for this episode, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. I talk Bills, Sabres, and the University at Buffalo men's basketball and football teams right here in this page. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a fantastic week.